Are you familiar with this? What does it mean? And how can investors know when a project might be DINO so they can avoid it?
Well, I think that there certainly is this tendency to want to describe what a network or a protocol as being decentralized. And sometimes it's not actually true that it is. There are a couple people that are running it, or there are a couple people that have access to a treasury, for example, so that there's a lot of money in the protocol, and a couple people are able to unlock that money. Then if that's the case, it looks a lot less decentralized. So people need to be thinking about that as they think about the regulatory framework that might apply to them. And I think as regulators who are used to dealing with centralized entities, we're always going to be looking to see if there's someone that we can hold responsible if something goes wrong. And so there's nothing wrong with being centralized. But I think if you are centralized, you should acknowledge that then you have a set of rules that is very clearly going to apply to you. And so my main suggestion is people should be honest about what is exactly is going on. Don't pretend to be decentralized if there's actually if you're actually not. So that's kind of the bottom line, and that's where the DINO or DINO name comes from.
That's a good rule of thumb, to try to be honest and also ask, is there ultimately one person or one small group that's accountable for this, in which case you're probably more centralized. It seems to me that there's a lot of energy going into making sure that folks are giving the appearance of being decentralized, or perhaps sticking with the letter of the law, but not the spirit of the law, if that makes sense.
Well, I think one of the natural desires in this space is to take advantage of the technology, which allows for people to, again, coordinate activity across lots of different people and do so in a way that doesn't rely on this central intermediary. And so that's the power of the technology. And I think people are really eager to take advantage of that. And sometimes, there can be an aspiration to get to decentralization, but it sometimes takes a little while. And so I think we have to recognize that, and it's not surprising that you're going to start out with a small group of people, and then you're going to get more and more people involved as the network grows.